Hey students, welcome to another Mr. Ness screencast. Today's aim is dialects, pidgins, and creoles. And here are your objectives. Pause the video, look these questions over, and get ready to copy some vocab and take some notes. Here's your first term, dialect. A dialect is a regional variation of a language. You've already learned this term, language family, and you learned how languages are classified in a taxonomy. That includes the language family, the branch, the group, the language itself, and then its dialect or creole. So dialects are a subcategory of a language. Here's the taxonomy of English. Take a look. English is part of the Indo-European family. It's part of the Germanic branch, the West Germanic group, and then within the language of English itself, we have different dialects, including one called Appalachian English that you will learn about in class. This is only one of the dialects of English. There are hundreds of them around the world. A pidgin is a special variety of language in which speakers of two different languages simplify the grammar of one of those languages in order to facilitate communication. Pidgins develop when a dominant culture interacts with a less dominant one, often in the case of slavery or colonization. And they always develop in the first generation of contact, meaning that a pidgin has no native speakers. Let me give you an example. Imagine that you are on a sugar plantation in Trinidad in the year 1880. The owner of the sugar plantation is British, and he speaks English. The workers on the sugar plantation are newly arrived indentured servants from India, and they speak Hindi. The indentured servants don't speak English, and the plantation owner doesn't speak Hindi. But through repeated attempts at communication between these two groups, a simplified form of English develops, and we call that a pidgin English. For example, the plantation owner, speaking standard English, tells his overseer to, quote, cut the sugar and put it in the house. Over a period of months or years, the overseer communicates this phrase to the workers as something different, such as, cut chini, put in a house. As you can see, the English grammar has been simplified, and some words, like sugar, have changed to Hindi. So this is a pidgin English. When the indentured workers have children, those children grow up learning to speak this modified version of English as their native language. They are learning neither Hindi nor standard English, but something new. And this new language that the children grow up speaking is called a creole. The creole is the pidgin that is the native language of the second generation and beyond. Over time, the creole will be modified further from the original pidgin. So, let's recap. The pidgin is the modified, simplified version of a language that develops during the first interaction between two different groups who don't speak the same language. And the creole is that pidgin that gets taught to future generations as their native language. You may have heard of Haitian Creole, also called Creole, which is a French Creole spoken in Haiti. The phrase, I went to the store in standard French is, Je suis allé au marché. In Haitian Creole, that same phrase gets simplified to, Moi t'es allé dans marché. It sounds familiar to the French, you can definitely see the influence of French, but it's also different and unique. It's something new. Now it's time to review the objectives. If you don't know the answer to any of them, rewind the video and look again. I will see you in class. Bye, students.